state that is going to send Michael Bennet back to the U.S. And it's great to be in the state that will send Hillary Clinton to the White House. So let me say this loud and strong. In this election, I am proud to be a Democrat. Of the debate that Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton had in our primary. I am proud that we are a party that doesn't debate who has the smallest hands or who can build the longest, tallest, fake gold-plated wall in the world. For the most obscene way to demean women. I'm proud that Democrats spend our time working on how we can build a future for all of our people. And now, thanks to Bernie Sanders, we have the most progressive Democratic platform in American history. And you know what? We're here to fight for that platform. And let me be clear to every person who felt the burn during the primary, America and the Democratic Party know the power and energy of the progressive movement. Democrats have debated substance and ideas, how best to hold Wall Street accountable, how to make college debt-free. And it has made Democrats a stronger party. It has made Hillary Clinton a stronger nominee. And when we send Hillary Clinton to the White House, it will make America a stronger country. You know, this is personal for me. I'm not somebody who ever thought I'd be in politics. I'm a kid who grew up not too far away from here in Oklahoma. When I was growing up, my dad sold fencing, he sold carpeting. When I was 12, my 3 older brothers were all off in the military, and my daddy had a heart attack. And it was a tough time for our family. My mom got a minimum wage job at Sears, and that minimum wage job saved our family. But for me, there was just one thing I wanted always in my life from the time I was a little girl. I wanted to be a teacher. Can we hear it for America's Parents? And teach school. It was tough being one of my dollies, you know. I barely did the homework last night. You know, it was rugged out there. But you don't get to be a teacher if you can't afford to go to college. And for me, what that meant is I got a chance to be a teacher because of a commuter college that cost $50 a semester.
Right.
College opened a million doors for me. America is truly a great country. That's what this is about. But that's what it meant to grow up in an America that invested in our kids. You know, I'm worried that my story is a story stuck back in time. Once we were a country that taxed the rich. And then we made investments for everybody else. That's how we did it. We built a future by investing in education, by investing in infrastructure, by investing in basic research. We built a future to create opportunities, not just for a few of our kids, but for all of our kids. That's what about this. It worked. Here's the amazing thing. When you look at the numbers from 1935 to about 1980, that is when Ronald Reagan got elected. Just saying. When you look at the numbers for that period of time, what you see is two things. GDP just keeps going up. Year over year over year, we get richer as a country. But here's the other thing. The 90% of America, everybody outside the top 10%, the 90% of America got 70% of all the new income growth in this country. That is America that worked. Yeah. And look, we weren't perfect. There were lots of places where women weren't welcome, where African Americans weren't welcome, where Latinos weren't welcome, where the LGBT community was locked firmly in the closet, but we were bending the arc in the right direction, and it showed. And I'll give you just one example of that. In the 1960s and 70s, the black-white wealth gap that has been there for as long as we have measured economic numbers shrunk by about 30%. We were making ourselves a better country, because that's what we can do when we work together. That's the way I see it, me and my dollies, we're living proof of an America that works. But starting in the 1980s, the Republicans took this country in a different direction. I heard somebody shout it earlier, trickle-down economics. Which basically meant, let's help the rich and powerful get richer and more powerful, right? And that's what happened. Basically, they said, I know what let's do. Let's cut taxes for everybody at the top. And then, when there's not enough money to go around, what do we cut? The investments in education, in infrastructure, and in basic research. We've had 36 years of that. And let's do it one more time about what the numbers show us. 1980 to 2015, GDP keeps going right on up. Our country gets richer year over year. But the 90%, the folks who got 70% of all the new income growth in that first period, the 90% from 1980 to 2015, you know what they got? They got effectively zero. Not even 1% of the growth in income. You gotta think about that, because what it really means is we have become a country that works great, but it only works great for those at the top. And that's why we're here to fight back. GOP philosophy that says, I got mine, the rest of you are on your own. That's right. A basic GOP philosophy that says, help the rich and powerful get richer and more powerful and step on everyone else along the way. You know, Donald Trump has been talking a big game. He's been talking about how the game's rigged. Well, I want to say this. He's right. The game is rigged. It's rigged for the Donald Trumps and billionaires of the world, and we're here. that hit families here in Colorado and all across this country, Trump said he was excited for a housing crash because then he could swoop in and buy up more real estate on the cheap. What kind of a man does something like that? I'll tell you. Trust me on this. I will tell you. Crash and for people to lose their homes, a small, insecure money grubber who cares about no one and nothing but himself. Or another part of Trump's record. You know, here's a man who ran businesses, likes to brag about it, but he stiffed the painters and the plumbers and the construction workers who built his golf courses and casinos. He didn't pay them what he owed them because he knew he could send in his high-priced lawyers to roll right over them. What kind of man does that? A pathetic cheapskate, a man who will never be president of the United States. And now, Donald Trump, the big, brave Donald Trump, is too chicken to release his tax returns. His tax returns, but he said in that first presidential debate that he's smart to pay no taxes. Yeah, that's right. That's his view. He's smart, and all of you who pay taxes are dumb. Everyone who pays taxes to keep our roads and bridges working is dumb. Everyone who pays taxes to keep our world-class military working is dumb. Everyone who pays taxes to support medical research and scientific research is dumb because according to Donald Trump, he plans to scoop up all those benefits and not pay a dime. Now, what kind of man does that? A selfish little sleazeball. About why Donald Trump won't release his taxes, but we're starting to get some idea. And here's where part of it comes from. We finally got a look at just his 1995 tax returns, 1 year. 1 year in which Donald Trump claims he lost nearly $1 billion. Woo! If the House always wins, how did he lose $1 billion in a campaign? Woo! Let's face it,